Welcome back to the Bako Motorsports Power Hour, brought to you by the Bakersfield, California. You're live on Bakersfield.com. I'm now joined by Scott Schweitzer, the owner, promoter, president, general manager, and spotter, point scorer, track announcer sometimes maybe.
Wow, that's
Bathroom
a lot of titles.
cleaner.
I don't clean bathrooms.
Oh, okay. We'll stop there.
I don't want that title right there. I draw the line.
Draw the line right there. Bakersfield Speedway is having a big event this weekend. They're back. They took last week off for the 4th of July. But Ryan Reed of the Xfinity Series in Bakersfield, a young man from Bakersfield done good, is on the phone with us now. And this is a kind of a diabetes awareness event, right, Scott?
Absolutely. We're pretty fortunate to have the Drive to Stop Diabetes Night for Ryan Reed at the Bakersfield Speedway. We've done it a few times now, and it's always a great deal to support these local racers that have gone on and done well. So we're really excited. We took a week off and to turn around and come back with this event.
Ryan, are you there?
Yeah, I got you guys loud and clear.
All right. Ryan, tell us a little bit of why you're involved with this event and how you why it's important for you. I mean, obviously we know your story, but give us a little more detail.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank Scott and everyone at Bakersfield Speedway for helping us put on this event. It means a lot to me. Obviously, being from Bakersfield, I watch a lot of racing at Bakersfield Speedway, so it's a place that means a lot to me. And then obviously for them to support our efforts with diabetes awareness and fundraising, it means even more. So going into this weekend, I have really high hopes. I know this event always does really well, and all the fans out in Bakersfield really support this deal, and just take it on and try and do everything they can to help support our efforts. So thank you to all them as well that are going to head out and support it this weekend. But yeah, like you said, I was diagnosed back in 2011 with type 1 diabetes, and was actually told I would never race again. So this is something that really hits home for me. And I know how important it is that we continue to raise awareness and continue to fundraise and do everything we can, not only to help eventually one day find a cure, but then in the meantime help just continue to improve the lives of those living with the disease.
Because you're one of those guys that you've shown that you can live and manage. You can live, you can perform, and you can manage diabetes. How important is the education part of this as far as living with this disease?
It's huge. I mean, I think that for me, that was probably the biggest thing is, like I said, when I was diagnosed, they told me I'd never race again. So that right there is, in my opinion, a lack of education, because I found a great doctor who's supportive and NASCAR supportive. And it's about finding the right people who help guide you so you have the knowledge and like I said, the education to be able to go out there and chase your dreams. So spreading awareness and telling people that they can go out and chase their dreams and giving them an example of that is huge. And that's all people need to go out there and thrive. So this is a huge deal. Not only that, but then fundraisers like this weekend, I wouldn't be able to get in the race car without all the modern technology that has been discovered and put together by events just like these, fundraising dollars just like these. So we've come so far. I've only been diagnosed for 4 years, but I've already seen tons of improvement over the last 4 years on diabetes management. And the things that these new management tools allow you to do while living with diabetes is pretty unreal.
The one thing I always find fascinating, my mother was diagnosed with diabetes a few years ago, type 2 diabetes, but it sort of changes your entire family dynamic, because now the entire family is aware of the issue. Has that changed your family dynamic at all, with your parents and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's changed my life and, like you said, my family's life as well. As you know, I'm sure, nutrition and understanding what you put in your body becomes a lot more important. And for me, it was huge as far as becoming a better athlete and definitely taking my health a lot more seriously. And my family as well, they really embraced it and, just wanted to understand with me to help me through it, especially in the beginning to transition so I get used to this new lifestyle. So it's huge to have people around you like your family that can embrace it and help you get through it and, you not go through it alone.
You're not going to be able to make it because you're going to be busy on Friday night. You're in Kentucky racing in an Xfinity race on Friday night, but on Saturday again. What can people do to get out there and support this? What information do they need to know about? How can they make donations and things like that for Saturday night's event?
Well, definitely go out and go to Bakersfield Speedway and buy a ticket and bring your friends and family, and that goes a long way. There's going to be tons of information. We're going to have a booth set up out there with a lot of information and risk tests and other fun kind of giveaway deals. So there's definitely a lot of ways you can get involved just there at the racetrack by going this weekend. Then also, too, you can learn a lot more about the event if you go to drive-to-stop-diabetes.org. There's a lot more information about that. Not only that event, but just what Drive to Stop Diabetes does in general. So if you want to go check it out and learn how to get more involved, like I said, check out drive-to-stop-diabetes.org and learn how.
All right. And now if you could make a race there and we got you into a car, if Scott over here got you into a car, which one would you drive at Bakersfield Speedway?
Ooh, that's tough. There's some pretty cool classes out there, but I'd have to say a modified or a late model. I always was trying to talk Dave Mayhew into letting me drive his modified back when he had one on a long time ago, and never would let me do it. So still want to get it done someday.
The season has been filled with some joyful moments and some tough moments. You've been caught up in some bad luck, but talk about for a minute the Daytona win to start the season and what that meant for you.
Yeah, like you said, the season's been it's had some really high points, and then it's had some frustrating points as well. So, but yeah, starting the season off with a win at Daytona was huge. Not only for my confidence, but the whole team's. They put in so much effort over the off season and worked so hard on building faster, better race cars, and to reward everyone of all their effort by us getting a win together was huge. And then also too, it was the inaugural Xfinity race. And so to kind of have that, be a part of that history was pretty special for me. And then obviously getting my first Xfinity win, I was pretty pumped up. So
yeah, you were.
I still am. I mean, it's something that I'll always cherish, and I'll remember those moments because they were really special. And this sport's so difficult. You don't know when it's going to come again. So you definitely try and hold on to those and remember them. But yeah, I mean, overall this season, you can look at where we were last season to this season. We're leaps and bounds better. So we just got to continue to build off that and continue to gain those leaps and bounds. And we're getting better, and we're going to be right there soon enough. So I think if we continue to keep our head down and stay focused and stay positive and look at the good things instead of focusing on the bad things, then we'll continue to get better.
Right. December 5th, by the way, we're going to run a full-page poster of your win at Daytona in the Bakersfield Californian. As part of our racing end-of-season package, because, I mean, that was so talked about here from everybody in town. It was such an exciting thing to see you win that. And it's got to be satisfying to come home and have people say, hey, great job, we saw that, and congratulations.
Yeah, it was really special. I mean, that was one of the first things I thought about was just, how, obviously getting on Twitter and Facebook and everything and seeing all the support from talking about, being from Bakersfield and being a Bakersfield boy. It's really special. I think that Bakersfield, if you're not there, a lot of people don't realize what a racing community it is. And
yeah.
Growing up there, I was surrounded by tons of race fans and tons of people who just loved racing, And so, growing up around that was something that really motivated me and kept me, into racing. And so, I owe a lot of success to the folks back in Bakersfield who supported me along the way. So.
I think
it was really special, and I love to see that support.
I think one of those guys, Ryan, is Mike Griffith, who took. We were just showing some cheesy pictures of you throughout the years when you were like 10 years old. I think Mike might have a question for you.
I was thinking that Ryan's dad, Mark, raced dirt at Bakersfield Speedway before Ryan was around, I believe. So, I think there's a little family history there. But
yeah, for sure. I saw a lot of pictures of him driving. I think it was a late model back then. So it was a long time ago. Though. So
yeah,
showing age a little bit there, Mike.
So yeah, old as dirt I am. So I was thinking that this Daytona, you're back there with 15 laps to go, and maybe you're thinking about I might have a shot for a second straight win.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're focused on the task at hand, but Daytona's been really good to us, and it's a place that I feel like I understand. A lot of people compare it to Talladega. They say they're almost identical, but for me, they're not for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just bad luck or what. But every time I go to Talladega, we get caught up in a wreck early on. Where Daytona, we seem to put really strong runs together. So it was really frustrating. Ran second for most of the race there, and then I think with about 10 to go, around lap 90, just kind of got caught up in a mess. And it's unfortunate because we had a really fast race car, and I was pretty confident that we were, if we weren't able to do a repeat, we were going to have a really, really good finish.
Yeah, and that kind of, as you said, frustrating where you're thinking. But I think that's the nature of Daytona. As you said, Talladega, you get caught up in the wrecks. Daytona, you haven't, but you did here. That's just the nature of plate racing, is it not?
Oh, for sure. Every time you strap into that car that anything can happen at those races. So you're mentally prepared for that. But still, when you run up front all day long and you caught up in a wreck, it's still really frustrating. But I was really proud of my guys. I mean, you couldn't see it from TV. That thing was thrashed, and my guys did a good job of getting me back out there and still salvaged a 13th place finish, which was pretty unbelievable when I got out of the car and looked at how substantial the damage was. So just really proud of my guys. It was unreal to be able to get the amount of the amount of damage fixed they did in just 50 seconds or whatever they had to get it done.
Hey, is there any satisfaction when you're racing against Harvick and you beat him every once in a while? Do you get any joy out of that at all?
Oh, for sure. It's not an easy guy to beat, though. So when you do, sometimes it's few and far between. So you definitely got to think about how cool that is. But obviously, when I got to go back and rewatch the Daytona race just to see and listen to Kevin was in the booth announcing the Daytona race when we won, and there's a lot of history there between our families. So, and then obviously both being from Bakersfield, it was a really cool connection to hear how excited he was. Right. It meant a lot to me as a guy I've looked up to my whole life. So it was really cool.
Well, Ryan, thanks so much for spending some time with us. And again, the event is on Saturday night. Scott?
Yeah, and the important thing about this is a portion of each ticket sold on Saturday night goes to the Drive to Stop Diabetes. So even if you're not familiar with the cause and all that, just coming to the racetrack helps support the Diabetes Foundation. Right. So come on out Saturday night, watch some great racing. We got late models, sport mods, hobbies, American stocks, mini stocks, 5 divisions. There's going to be some raffles with some Ryan Reed stuff. A lot of stuff going on. So come on out, and you're just coming through the gate will help support the cause.
It was weird. I finally got my Ryan Reed car back. I have my little car that I bought it off your website, and it wasn't signed, and somebody got it signed for me in the most circuitous way possible. So next time you're in Bakersfield, I need you to sign my car for me. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, no problem, man. I always come home for the holidays, so I'll swing by and sign it for you. No problem.
We love it. We love it. Thank you so much for joining us, and again, we appreciate everything, and we follow you every week, and now I watch. Not only do I watch NASCAR Sprint Cup races, I have to watch the Xfinity races now too. My wife's really mad at me now. So Ryan, thanks for doing that. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you guys for everything, and thanks for having me on.
All right, take care. Ryan Reed of the Lily Ford team and Roush Racing and Fenway Roush Racing, and great to have him on here. And you got to be excited about what's going to happen on Saturday.
We are, we do only 2 or 3 big fundraising deals throughout the year with the Make-A-Wish and the Racing for Ronald and then the Ryan's Mission. So really excited to help a dirt track in Bakersfield to help a local NASCAR racer. So we're really fortunate to be a part of it and excited to do it. So come on out, watch some great racing, and help the cause.
Well, he's the guy. So he's one of those guys, though. He's not going to be afraid to jump in any car, though. See, Harvick was like, I'll stick to pavement. But see, this guy will get in a modified or a late model. I bet you we get him over at Famosa too.
Or you could probably get him over at Famosa.
We probably get him in a $500 beater over Button Willow. We can make the
maybe.
Okay, well, no, wait a minute. So the question of the day was: we saw that Blake Bowser he covets the air dryers, the big Titan air dryers. What piece of equipment do you covet if you could steal anything from a track? What would you steal as far as equipment to make your track better?
You know what? I just want a brand new Caterpillar 12G motor grader.
There you go. That's what I knew that was going to be.
Calling Bill Henderson, he's the one that's got all the winning race cars. He's the Caterpillar salesman, so he should be able to hook
you up. All right. Yeah. Well, very good. Scott, we'll see you out there. Are you going out there on Saturday?
Yes, I will be out there on
Saturday night. So, but you had to be thrilled with the fireworks show, right?
It was a great night. Took a week off, so I wasn't able to come in and talk about it. Yeah, but another great night.
We talked about it for you.
Great racing. Got to see Brad Pounds get in the winner's
circle. Got to win finally.
Yeah, driving for Bill Henderson that night.
Yeah,
so.
You know what? I think when we talk about the fact that he hasn't won.
Yeah.
Which we did the week before, then he wins.
Right.
So there you go.
And the Richie McGowan Hobby Stock 32 was a great event. So great night of racing. Then took a week off, so I'm ready to get back to it.
All right. Well, no more weeks off for you. You're back to work until when's your next break? Labor Day?
The first weekend of October, which we're getting ready for the. It's actually not a week off because now we took the color obstacle run. So you're going to come out and run over slides and blow ups and get
really?
the powder thrown all over you. So
isn't that interesting?
yeah, we're going to do a little something different on our
That's
week off.
kind of fun. Okay, all right, very good. Well, we'll talk to Scott next week. We'll have a full report from in the paper on Sunday from what's going on here. We'll be right back with Steve Hughes of Kern County Raceway Park.
Thank you.